Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about the Yaira #1 campaign, as there were quite a few benchmarks that were fulfilled, and a couple of announcements have come out yesterday and today that I want to go through with you all as we go through the Yaira #1 campaign, currently sitting at $1.237 million with over 8,700 total purchasers and over 15,000 total books sold. Now, there were a few people that had some things to say about the Yaira #1 campaign and the Rippaverse in general. Today, we'll go through some of those as well as we go through it here. First things first, the Yaira #1 fan art competition has started, so you can learn all the rules and stuff for that, and you can go through all of that and get in on that. The deadline being April 23rd. All the different prizes you can win if you're the first, second, third, or fourth place. We did have this announcement of Bloodroof #1 being the first horror book coming from the Rippaverse, of course, being written by none other than the Sanchez sisters, and it is penciled by ISOM #2 fan art contest winner Michael Montagnat. Let's listen to the announcement trailer here.
Hi guys!
Hi, it's Jen.
And Sylvia.
And we have a special announcement to make.
We are not only the writers of Yaira, we are the writers of the upcoming book,
Bloodroof! Oh my god. We have been sitting on this one for a long time, you guys. Because you demanded it, yes, you have got it. We will be the writers of Bloodroof, and Bloodroof will be, as you probably guessed it, a horror book.
Yes, it is going to be scary, it is going to be bloody, and the art is insane. We cannot wait to share this book with you. It's going to be out this.
Love you guys!
Bye!
Yeah! Can't wait for you to check out Bloodroof.
Now there are people that have suggested that it would be or should be out by Halloween because it is a horror book. So you can see it's penciled and inked by ISOM #2 fan art contest winner Michael Montagnat. You can see a bit of the artwork here, but I'll show it in just a second. That's the artwork by Igor that was put out for that guy being a part of the team. You'll see some of the panel here as it was presented in that trailer there. And it says, have you heard the news? The first horror book from the Rippaverse, Bloodroof #1, is in the works and being written by the Sanchez sisters. What's more, the penciler is Michael Montagnat, the winner of the ISOM #2 fan art contest. Check this killer page out. There was also this benchmark for hitting 500K. They're going to be telling you about the artist, the interior artist for Mike Barron's Gooding, the Polymath, here.
Let's get through some of the announcements we promised for the Yaira #1 benchmarks. We hit over $1 million already, and the $500,000 benchmark says, who's that artist? Let me tell you what that means. Today, we are proud to reveal the artist for the upcoming Gooding, the Polymath book, which is set to go up for pre-order right after the Yaira #1 campaign. You already know that one legend is writing the book in Mike Barron, but we have an incredible artist that's on the book as well. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, welcome Will Conrad to the Rippaverse. Technically, he was already doing work with us. He's done the artwork for all of our trading cards up until this point. And of course, he is the artist for the cover B of Yaira #1. But now you know that he's doing interior work for us, and we are excited to have him here. He's an unbelievable artist that has been around for a long time, an absolute professional, and the work he's done with Gooding has been incredible. Be on the lookout for Gooding, the Polymath by Mike Barron and Will Conrad.
Gooding was one of the characters that I really liked with his introduction in ISOM #2. So yes, the next book after Yaira #1 will be Gooding the Polymath, and after that will be The Horseman in the Summer. And then I'm guessing Bloodroof will be after ISOM 3. I think ISOM 3 will come after Horseman, and then it'll be Bloodroof, and then probably Norfolka for the winter. So you can see people are celebrating. They're having lots of fun finding out about these announcements and things like that. But there also were people, like I'm going to show here, Shane, who his wife had a post out about the beach, and there was a disagreement I had with, Hail the Lore about what his response was. And of course, he did respond saying, so glad I did a cover for ISOM, sarcasm to my post, where I said this. I said, while I disagree with the way you responded, because Yanzi is a very nice lady, where were the people in the replies when Eric's wife was getting dogpiled on since ISOM number one's release, especially about the ad that he put in there? Eric's wife doesn't even have anything to do with the comic, yet where were those people at? It amazes me every day that CG supporters are okay with disgusting things being said about people when they disagree with them, but when it's turned on them, they're all up in arms. To which, Shane said that, so glad I did the cover for ISOM, sarcasm. And I responded to him saying, I bought your cover for ISOM number 2, literally defended your wife in this post. I'm so glad I backed Inglorious Rex 2 at the all-in tier. Sarcasm. So you can see it here. I did have ISOM 2 right there. I do have Inglorious Rex here and here. I also have 2 covers of Starlight Cats right there. Here's all my ISOM books. We can go to the other one right over here. Another copy of Inglorious Rex, but I digress. I am a customer. I have been a customer of Shane Davis, but after I received my Inglorious Rex 2 all in tier, that's it for me. I'm done. And I'm glad now I didn't back Extend Level Up. The Yaira release was, quote, pushed back months because parts had to be redrawn, and Eric July is a, quote, dishonest creator obsessed with optics over truth. Eric confirms art is by Deborah. They have no evidence to disprove it, yet still call Eric dishonest. Yaira did not come out last year as promised. In the news section, it said Yaira was coming next year, as in this year, so cope. It was held back for months. Many have noticed parts look redrawn, which is good if the art wasn't up to par. As usual, Eric July claims nothing happened. He's a dishonest creator obsessed with optics over truth. Certain weirdos are now claiming that Joe Bennett and or Kanan White redrew the book. Can you put these rumors to rest, because I think it's disrespectful to the hard work Deborah put in Eric July. Neither of them are artists on this project. This is Deborah's art. So now we're at the point where somebody's artwork is so good that they think somebody else drew it. And again, this is a person, once again, that is supposed to be selling products to people. You can see it right here where he's supposed to have products for people to buy, and you're sitting here insulting a customer base of somebody else, which could be potential customers for you. It says it right here. This is Deborah's art. So what was on the back of ISOM 2 is the same artist that was in the previews you have during the current Yaira campaign. Yes, people's art can improve over time. Yep, come on, dude. I can't believe that the art wasn't finished by someone else. There's no shame in admitting someone else did the finishes. It happens all the time in mainstream comics. That's what you hire Kanan White for, right? Nope. Kanan is a director. He directs. If he was a penciler, he'd get credit as such. He absolutely has elevated all the artists here, but he's not, quote, finishing anything in the book. As usual, they have no proof. Not upset. A better question is why I care, and honestly, I don't know. I just get the feeling that Ripper sets a bad example for indie creators by prioritizing business over making good books. Again, good books according to who? Everyone has an opinion on different books. If you didn't like the books, that's fine. There are other people that did. I enjoyed what I've already read from ISOM 1, ISOM 2, and Alpha Core. I said ISOM 1 is good, ISOM 2 is better, and Alpha Core is my favorite. I think Alpha Core was the best written. I truthfully want to know more about Yaira, Bloodroof, Gooding, and Norfolka more than any other character. So it doesn't really matter. It's just like this. Question: why do you care about every decision Rippaverse makes? Answer: honestly, I don't know. This guy is such a loser, just like every other person who has really nothing going on in their lives, and this is what they have to do to cope with their miserable life. If Yaira makes less than 2 million or has less than 15,000 total purchasers, it's a disaster. Essentially, every person who wants to buy a comic from Eric July will buy Yaira. He needlessly scaled up the size of his operation to such a degree that 15,000 fans buying isn't enough. Again, not everyone shows up for every character. This is the same logic that they never apply to mainstream comics. I can tell you right now, this guy doesn't buy anything. He just makes crap up as he goes. These are the types of people I talk about that don't really care about comics as a medium. Personally, my favorite go-to entertainment is video games. It's not even comics. Comics is my third go-to when it comes to entertainment. First it would be video games, then movies, then comic books. But I've supported the indie scene plenty, definitely more than this person has. This is the same type of narrative they pulled with Alpha Core, where they're like, oh, well, these people didn't show up for Alpha Core. Who's going to show up for Yaira? And when Yaira breaks the amount of money that Alpha Core made, is going to be yet another goalpost shift, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. Vonster speaks the truth about a detractor in 2023. 2024, Vonster allied with the same detractor to spread unfounded claims. What changed? Saying Pito has officially added more drama to the indie space than I've seen in a long while. Whatever trolls are feeding him behind the scenes is probably the same old disproven lies by the same old people out to ruin indie businesses. So this is how you sell books. Pedo, what a joke. And yet, hashtag when is super killer. The trailer was made last year, so I believe he had an artist go in and do redraws on the book. It was supposed to come out last year. No, it wasn't. But the redraws took them into March. He can't admit it because he's been pushing timely books. Again, it said it was coming out next year if you read the freaking post. But nobody really cares on that side. Like I always say, they never care about the truth at all. And it seems like, on a good note, Neurotic has hit 1 million subs on his YouTube channel. I was really pulling for Dan Vasc. Unfortunately, that sucks. But anyway, Dick Masterson has this to say. Air July called housewife and mom a this because she clips him and his stupid friends. Hope the day's going well for you, though, effing a-hole. Yeah, this is the same guy who wanted to take down Air July's business because bad art. Meanwhile, you have nothing going on and all you're doing is grifting on everything else. You're supposed to be a comedy show, right? But you're grifting off of Sweet Baby Inc. Meanwhile, you say video games are for losers. You're grifting off CG. Meanwhile, you say comic books are for losers. So you're literally grifting every day. Business tip. Ethan Van Sciver's customer base is also part of yours. Not exactly. I'm not a part of Ethan Van Sciver's customer base, at least anymore. You're hurting your own business with the antics you indulge in your sphere of influence directed at him and anyone else you label a detractor. Hope today's going well for you. I don't insult you as customers. There are no antics and I direct nothing at nobody. My focus is on facilitating a fun universe for my customers. Literally, do you ever really see Eric talk about other people? No, he talks about his own stuff because he's laser focused on his own business over anything else that's going on. Meanwhile, you see Ethan Van Sciver doing streams daily about other people, and people are getting sick and tired of it. They're getting sick and tired of him doing streams every day while not fulfilling his 8 late projects. Tell that to Mrs. Rowdy Dowdy, the person that's been doing chickens and chat in people's streams and calling people creeps and stuff like that. Meanwhile, when she gets found out about what degeneracy she is involved in, it's we're gonna defend her now because so you were talking all that crap about the Saskas, then when you get found out, you run and hide. If it wasn't you directly, you know about it and commented on it. I'm not exactly sure what you're going on about, but it's all good either way. We don't direct anything at anybody's customers. Perhaps that advice is better aimed at someone else. Hope the rest of the day goes well for you, because these are the type of people like Dickie Boy Masterson who have to sit up here and try to grift off this hate train for Eric July, still has this hate boner over a year later for whatever reason. Might be because he got called the N-word 3 times by Eric July. I remember he was still complaining about that to people like Camelot months after it happened because he can't let it go because he's such a little bitch. He can't let it go. And right now, EVS still can't let it go either because he's still talking about any and everything Eric July does. And I'm sure with all the new announcements, he's going to do yet another trash cast. And people are yet again going to tell him, get back to work. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button. Comment below how you feel about all of this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.